What's going on, guys? Ricky Glaser here. Welcome back to another video. And yes, we will get to what happened to the cameraman in just a moment, but the men's and women's park skateboarding event has just concluded. It was so exciting, and I'm going to give you the full recap right now. Firstly, I found the park is a much more suitable style of skateboarding to be in a competitive environment like this. Honestly, I kind of feel like street skating in the competition, you're never ever going to see the best possible street skateboarding tricks. But in park, we are going to see the best possible park runs ever in the competition. So I think it is much more suited to the competition and was a much more exciting event to watch. So let's get into the women's park recap. Firstly, it was awesome to see the legends out there like Lizzie Armanto, Jordan Baronet, Amelia Brodock, all the legends out there shredding. I didn't see anyone mention this, but Lizzie and Axel Kreisberg were both actually in the event. Axel was in the men's street, Lizzie was in the women's park. They are in fact husband and wife. I don't know if that's a common thing in the Olympics that a husband and wife are in the respective disciplines in the same year, but to me that felt pretty special. Some homies of mine, Bryce Wetstein and Poppy Starr, were out there shredding, and honestly they just looked like they were having the time of their lives, you know. Bryce was doing a few tricks over time, having fun with it. They're hugging all the competitors. They're just all around like smiles. They got the ukulele. They're just having a good time. And I think that was really nice in the competitive spirit, that it wasn't so much, oh no, I missed this trick, I'm so bummed. It was more just like, we're in the Olympics, we're having fun, this is awesome. They both managed to make it into the finals, and Poppy came 5th and Bryce came 6th. So that was a really awesome performance from them both. Then we had the young 13-year-old Sky Brown absolutely killing it in the qualifiers, looking really good, really solid, never bailing. But then when it came down to it in the finals, missed run number 1 on a kickflip indie, missed run number 2 on a kickflip indie, then all the pressure was down to her final run. Was she going to try a kickflip indie again? Was she going to change up the run? And then she did actually try it again, overcame through all the pressure, and actually landed it all, managing to get herself on the podium for 3rd place for Great Britain. I thought that was really amazing because she's such a young girl and just had so much pressure and was able to pull through. And she was really happy. She was stoked. She was celebrating with her family, crying, all that, you know, hugging everyone. It was really cool to see. It was Japan that really blew away the competition. We had Kokona Hiraki with really stylish runs, awesome tricks, and I really liked her baggy overall style outfit. I thought that was pretty fire. She managed to make it into 2nd place. Then we had Sakura Yosuzumi. She absolutely destroyed it with the 540 no grab, straight into another 540, powering around the course, doing big aerial maneuvers that we aren't seeing anyone else doing. And then we had Masuju Okamoto. And honestly, I don't know how I feel. She was the number 1 qualifier. She was out there powering, blasting huge 540s way higher than anyone else was even airing. Doing 540s in her run. She did body varial 540 and then another 540 and other huge tricks. But what happened is she made it into the finals, landed this awesome run. Then on the last hit of her run, she bailed, and then that bail made her score so much lower. But you know, honestly, if she just got off her board and didn't do the last trick, I think she'd be in 2nd place, maybe even 1st place. So it was pretty heartbreaking to see her drop down into 4th place because she bailed the last trick. Her run was her run. She did all the awesome tricks. She landed all the awesome tricks, landed it perfect. But then because the bail in the last second is in there, it took so many points off. So my heart really went out to her. She was crying. She was really upset. And I think the other girls kind of saw that she was doing the best tricks. They kind of lifted her up, showed like really good sportsmanship, really good competitive spirit. So then the final result was Sakura in 1st, Kokona in 2nd, Sky Brown in 3rd. Unfortunately, Misugu missed out and got in that 4th position. Now let's get to the men's park. Straight out the gate, we had a huge first heat. We had Zion Wright, Jemima Reynolds, Andy Anderson, and Rune Glifberg, my personal favorite. He was in the first ever Tony Hawk's Pro Skater video game that came out in 1991, and he was in the first ever X Games in 1995. He won 12 X Games medals, and then now he is here again for another first in skateboarding in the Olympics. That's truly amazing that Rune can be out there being on the cutting edge, world first for so long. So shout out to you, Rune. You are an absolute legend. Also really hyped to see Ayumi Hirano out there, who had actually won medals in Olympic snowboarding, has out here in the skateboarding park. So that is so sick to see someone competing in 2 different disciplines, Shaun White style. I'm so hyped on that. Straight out the gate, we saw Zion, we saw Andy, we saw Jemima all get knocked out and not qualify into the finals. And once again, Jemima was the #1 qualifier. It was a bit of an upset to see that he did not make it into the finals. Then we had the young powerhouse Australians, Kieran Woolley and Keegan Palmer. They absolutely slayed it. They crushed the qualifiers. My personal favorite moment was when Kieran Woolley landed this amazing run just to finish his last trick, smacking into the camera guy and still landing it. Honestly, I think that should be worth a bunch more points, but that was probably my favorite moment of the whole competition. That was amazing. I hope the camera guy is alright. It looked like he was. He gave a little shaka and fist bump there, but that was truly amazing to see. Honestly, the level of skating in this competition is so unbelievably insane. Literally every single person is doing unbelievably crazy tricks and doing them so consistently. So I was really blown away. It was really fun to watch, and it makes me want to get out there and skate more transition, skate more park, because they all performed so well and looked like it was really a lot of fun. Unfortunately, Kieran Woolley didn't make it onto the podium, but we saw 3rd place go to Corey June for the United States. We saw Pedro Barros get 2nd for Brazil, and then that leads us to the man of the hour representing Australia, Keegan Palmer, 18 years young, absolutely crushed it so hard. In the first run of the finals, he put in an unbelievably insane run, 94.04 score. Then in his 3rd run, he managed to beat that score with a literally impossible trick. I cannot believe he could put this in his run, kickflip 540 body barrel. It is truly insane. And I thought the score would be even higher, but he only managed to bump him 2 points to a 95.83. But those 2 runs were so much higher than anyone else's score, and he managed to do it for Australia, take the gold, take it down. It was really cool to see. He's just staying so calm and just collected and just beasting everything. So amazing work, Keegan. Good work for Australia, buddy. I'm so hyped to see him get the gold. That pretty much wraps up all of the skateboarding coverage. We're not going to see any more skateboarding in the Olympics until 2024. One thing that I did find really interesting in all the disciplines, including the street, was that the #1 ranked qualifier did not podium in any of the 4 events. We saw Jemima Reynolds not make it to the finals in the men's park. We saw Misuju Okamoto make it 4th in the women's park. We saw Pamela Rosa not make it to the finals in the women's street. And of course, Nyjah came 7th in the men's street. But alternatively, what is interesting is the #2 ranked qualifier podiumed every single time. We saw Sakura Yosozumi get 1st for women's park. We saw Corey Juno get 3rd for men's park. We saw Raessa Leal get 2nd for women's street. And we saw Yuto Origomi get 1st for men's street. So guys, that is going to be it. Let me know if you enjoyed this coverage. Let me know about skateboarding in the Olympics. Is it a sport? Is it not? How did it fit in with the rest of the Olympics? But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Hit that I like skate button. Ring that I like skate bell. And if there's other skating events you want me to cover like this, let me know in those comments. Check out some of my other videos, and subscribing does always help me out. But until then, we will see you in the next one.